Thanks for staying with us. You're watching WION The World as well. I'm Adha Juneja and this is Speed News. Let's start with all the top stories making headlines today. The fragile ceasefire in West Asia stands shattered as the US and Iran exchanged fire over the Strait of Hormuz. The UAE reported attacks for the first time since the truce was declared nearly a month ago. The hostilities resumed after US President Donald Trump announced Project Freedom, a plan for American forces to guide vessels from neutral countries through the strait. The US Central Command claimed its forces sank 6 small Iranian vessels using Apache and Seahawk helicopters. Admiral Bradley Cooper said the action came after Iran fired at American warships and commercial vessels. Well, he added that 2 US-guided missile destroyers passed through the strait into the Gulf, while 2 US-flagged merchant vessels transited the opposite way. Iran has disputed all American claims, including the sinking of Iranian boats. US President Donald Trump urged South Korea to join US-led mission in the Strait of Hormuz after a South Korean vessel was hit. The US President said that Iran took some shots at the vessel but caused little damage, while downplaying wider regional escalation. Reuters exclusive report says US intel assessments of Iran's nuclear capacity remain broadly unchanged despite the ongoing war. Sources quoted by Reuters say Iran would need around a year to build a weapon if leaders decided to pursue that path. Additionally, the report says the US has largely steered clear of nuclear targets during current war. Israeli military says its forces are on high alert and closely monitoring the situation after US forces reportedly destroyed 6 Iranian boats. Well, IDF says its air defense and offensive systems remain fully ready. Well, 2 people were killed and several others injured after a car drove into a crowd on a street in Germany's eastern city of Leipzig. According to police, the driver, a 33-year-old German man, fled the scene after ramming into pedestrians but was later arrested. Authorities said he is believed to have acted alone. At least 20 people were injured in the incident, with 2 others reported to be in serious condition. The victims who died have been identified as a 63-year-old woman and a 77-year-old man, both German citizens. An armed man shot by US Secret Service agents in Washington, prompting a brief lockdown near White House. Well, the incident occurred shortly after Vice President J.D. Vance's motorcade passed. The motive is still under investigation. Medics are working to evacuate 2 individuals showing symptoms of hantavirus, following fears of a possible outbreak on a luxury cruise ship held off West Africa. More than 150 people remain confined aboard the vessel off the coast of Cape Verde after several individuals showed symptoms which is linked to a rare but serious disease, prompting strict containment measures on board. A Dutch couple and a German national have died, while 3 others are currently receiving treatment in South Africa. The cruise had been sailing from Ushuaia in Argentina to Cape Verde when it was struck by the suspected outbreak. A federal judge in Washington, D.C. has apologized to Cole Thomas Allen, the man accused of opening fire at the White House Correspondents Association dinner. Well, the apology was issued after Allen's lawyers moved the court against placing him on a suicide watch list. Allen's lawyers argued in court that he was being held in strict conditions, including living in an isolated prison cell with no access to phone calls, books, religious material, or recreation. Following the hearing, Allen has been removed from the suicide watch list, and officials have been ordered to justify any continued restrictions. The Bangladeshi Foreign Minister Khalilur Rahman will begin a 3-day official visit to China starting today. The visit marks Rahman's first visit to China since Bangladesh's new government, which took place in the month of February. Nepal is witnessing a massive administrative shakeup. While the country's new government has scraped more than 1,200 administrative appointments made before March 26th. But the sweeping move has created a leadership vacuum across key institutions. Nepal's President Ramachandra Paudel has approved a new ordinance that automatically terminates all top-level administrative appointments. The ordinance also invalidates appointments made by previous governments, including those after last year's protest movement. The move follows the March elections, which brought the Rashtriya Swatantra Party or RSP to power with a strong majority. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Ukraine will observe its own truce with Russia starting May 6th. Well, this comes after Moscow declared a unilateral truce with Ukraine over the May 9th Russian holiday. Zelensky said in a post on X, and I quote him here, "As of today, there has been no official appeal to Ukraine regarding the modality of a cessation of hostilities that is being claimed on Russian social media." Well, he added, "In this regard, we are announcing a ceasefire regime starting at 2100 GMT on the night of May 5th to 6th. In the time left until that moment, it is realistic to ensure that silence takes effect." Three Peruvians arrived in Lima from Russia amid trafficking concerns. Relatives had alleged they had been lured there by a suspected human trafficking network with promises of well-paid jobs, but ended up fighting in the war in Ukraine. Twelve people were trapped after a mine explosion in central Colombia. Well, the regional governor said one of the miners, due to the severity of the incident, has been taken to medical facilities. Efforts are on to rescue the 12 others who are still trapped in the mine. Dominican Republic has suspended gold mining project after wide-scale protest. Dominican President Luis Abinader announced the suspension by the Canadian company Gold Quest after hundreds of Dominicans protested the initiative the previous day over its environmental impact. Separatists in Canada's Alberta province submitted petitions with over 300,000 signatures claiming enough support to trigger a potential independence referendum. Well, the move was led by Stay Free Alberta group, which marks a key step towards a possible vote. In China, at least 21 people have been killed and more than 60 others were injured in a deadly industrial accident involving a fireworks factory, which is according to state media. But the blast occurred on Monday in Luoyang, Yunnan province. The explosion happened inside a workshop at the Huasheng Fireworks Manufacturing and Display Company, located in the county-level city known for its large-scale fireworks production under the provincial capital Changsha. The impact of the explosion extended beyond the factory, damaging doors and windows in nearby villages. Residents say heavy rocks were hurled onto roadsides and some villagers have left the area over safety concerns. This incident comes less than 3 months after another explosion at a firecracker store in Hubei province, which left 12 people dead. The BJP has breached Mamata Banerjee's fortress in West Bengal. With 206 seats in the 294-member assembly, the party has secured a commanding two-thirds of majority. The TMC, which has won 80 seats, witnessed its worst electoral performance since coming to power in 2011. Amid the big names which couldn't weather the storm unleashed by the BJP, TMC chief Mamata Banerjee stood out, as she lost from her constituency of Bhabanipur to arch rival Suvendu Adhikari of the BJP. After 20 rounds of counting, the TMC chief trailed Suvendu Adhikari by 15,105 votes. Kerala has delivered a political upset, with the Congress-led UDF returning to power after a decade. But the big question now is who will be the next Chief Minister of Kerala. 3 names are in the race. The United Democratic Front comfortably secured a majority mark of 70 seats out of 140. The Indian National Congress alone won 63 seats and the Left Democratic Front reserved only 35 seats, while NDA confined to 3 seats only. A severe heat wave gripped the southern port city of Karachi, with temperatures soaring to 44 degrees Celsius, the highest recorded so far this season, disrupting daily life and business operations. Well, according to the Met Office, temperatures in Karachi are expected to ease slightly on Tuesday, ranging between 37 and 39 degrees Celsius. However, the weather will remain hot and humid. Ongoing power outages further aggravated public hardship, while businesses continue to struggle amid prolonged heatwave conditions this year. Firefighters continue to battle the haze and fire burning near Buckeye, Arizona. The fire sparked on Saturday afternoon, and as of Sunday evening, the fire is estimated at 980 acres, but it was 0% contained. Local media reports that no evacuations are underway and there were no reports of damages to homes. Sixteen houses in a village in Russia's Tomsk region have been burned down in just 2 hours after a wildfire. Well, the blaze was fueled by strong winds and swept through the area on Saturday. Well, this is according to local reports. Residents said they jumped out of windows to escape the flames. No casualties were reported, and those who lost their homes are going to receive comprehensive support, including financial compensation. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Australia's technical services provider ALS has reported a cyber attack after unauthorized access to its systems, causing temporary disruptions to some operations, where the company said incident response teams ace and act quickly, with most services restored after containment measures were put in place. ALS has informed Australia's Cybersecurity Centre and is working with clients and regulators to assess any data impact. ALS did not disclose when the breach began or the full extent of systems affected. The European Commission is in contact with Anthropic regarding Mythos and is assessing its possible implications. European Economic Commissioner said that the Commission representatives met with Anthropic and was briefed on technical details around cyber capabilities and the risk of this Mythos preview. According to the cybersecurity experts, Mythos, a model designed to find flaws in computer code, may turbocharge attacks on banks' technology systems, but has so far not been made available to any European banks. Elon Musk contacted Greg Brookman just 2 days before a high-stakes trial in California to explore the possibility of a settlement in his ongoing legal dispute with OpenAI, which is according to a court filing. When Brookman proposed that both sides drop their claims, Musk warned that he and Sam Altman could face significant public backlash if the case continues, escalating tensions ahead of the trial. Musk's lawsuit accuses OpenAI of abandoning its original non-profit mission by shifting to a for-profit model, alleging that the company's leadership benefited financially from a structure that was meant to serve the public good. Asian markets slipped in early trades as tensions between the US and Iran has escalated around the Strait of Hormuz, keeping oil prices elevated above $100 a barrel. Fresh clashes overshadowed truce efforts, which is led by Donald Trump, raising fears of supply disruptions. But shares across Asia edged lower, while US and European futures also dipped. Oil eased slightly after a sharp rally, reflecting ongoing uncertainty. Shipping giant Maersk confirmed vessels are moving with military support. Meanwhile, investors are watching key earnings from advanced micro devices and Pfizer, with strong results so far boosting confidence in AI-driven growth. Gold prices stayed firm as investors cracked rising tensions in West Asia and stalled US-Iran talks near the Strait of Hormuz. Spot gold edged slightly higher after a recent drop, reflecting cautious sentiment in global markets. Fresh clashes between US and Iran, along with uncertainty over shipping routes, has kept safe haven demand intact. Comments from Donald Trump on interest rates and steady holdings from SPDR Gold Trust has also shaped market mood. Other metals like silver, platinum and palladium saw modest gains, while investors await key US economic data for further direction. The Japanese yen held steady after suspected intervention from Tokyo, while the US dollar strengthened on safe haven demand as tensions in West Asia weighed on markets. Investor caution grew after renewed US-Iran clashes near the Strait of Hormuz, a key global oil route, keeping crude prices elevated and pressuring risk assets. The Australian dollar stayed flat ahead of a key rate decision from the Reserve Bank of Australia, with markets expecting further tightening to curb inflation. Well, analysts say the yen may remain volatile as rising oil prices and global uncertainty continue to influence currency movements. Chelsea's European qualification chances are in serious doubt. Well, this after the Blues went down 3-1 to Nottingham Forest at home for the sixth straight league defeat. Chelsea remain ninth and can no longer finish fifth in the Premier League, which would have secured UEFA Champions League qualification if Aston Villa win the UEFA Europa League and finish fifth. The sixth place would be enough to reach Champions League, and the Blues are 4 points off Bournemouth, who currently hold that spot. A place in the Champions League final is at stake as Arsenal host Atletico Madrid in London tonight. It is all square at the halfway stage of the semi-final after a lively encounter in Madrid last week. The score is level at 1-1 and Mikel Arteta's Arsenal will fancy their chances at their home ground. The two teams have faced off at the Emirates Stadium before the season. Arsenal crushed Atletico 4-0 during the league phase of this season's competition. Remember, Arsenal have never won the Champions League title and the Gunners last reached the finals in 2006. The brightest stars in Hollywood, music, sports and style hit the red carpet for the Met Gala, which is the extravagant Manhattan charity ball that this year spotlights the intersection between fashion and art. Nicole Kidman and other chairpersons of the Met Gala were the first celebrities to arrive at the event. Nicole Kidman stunned in a shimmering red long-sleeve Chanel column dress. Kidman arrived with a 17-year-old daughter, Sunday Rose, who matched in Chanel. Beyoncé, Jay-Z and Blue Ivy Carter were welcomed with screams of joy as fans and attendees expressed their sheer excitement for the family on the Met Gala red carpet. Beyoncé is co-chairing along with Venus Williams, Nicole Kidman, and she donned a bedazzled silver skeleton-like gown by French designer, a feathery coat and a matching sparkling headpiece. Well, this year marks Beyoncé's first Met Gala appearance in a decade. She last appeared in 2016 for the Manisex Machina Gala, donning a nude-coloured Givenchy haute culture dress. Bad Bunny made a striking statement by walking the red carpet, completely transformed into an 85-year-old version of himself. He wore a custom, sharply tailored all-black tuxedo suit that he designed in collaboration with Zara. The suit featured an oversized bow at the neck, which was a direct reference to designer Charles James' iconic 1947 bustle gown.